Good morning, everyone, and welcome to another lesson in a year of miracles. Today I'm going to jump right into this lesson. I love this lesson. Today's lesson is My Holiness is My Salvation. And remember, yesterday we talked about holiness being when you are connected with Source, when you feel that wholeness within you, that is your holiness. So, if guilt is hell, what is its opposite? Like the text for which this workbook was written, the ideas used for the exercises are very simple, very clear, and totally unambiguous. We are not concerned with intellectual feats nor logical toys. We are dealing only in the very obvious, which has been overlooked in the clouds of complexity in which you think you think. If guilt is hell, what is its opposite? This is not difficult, surely. The hesitation you may feel in answering is not due to the ambiguity of the question. But do you believe that guilt is hell? If you did, you would see at once how direct and simple the text is. And you would not need a workbook at all. No one needs practice to gain what is already his. We have already said that your holiness is the salvation of the world. What about your own salvation? You cannot give what you do not have. A Savior must be saved. How else can he teach salvation? Today's exercises will apply to you, recognizing that your salvation is crucial to the salvation of the world. As you apply the exercises to your world, the whole world stands to benefit. Your holiness is the answer to every question that was ever asked, is being asked now, or will be asked in the future. Your holiness means the end of guilt, and therefore the end of hell. Your holiness is the salvation of the world and your own. How could you, to whom your holiness belongs, be excluded from it? God does not know unholiness. Can it be he does not know his Son? A full 5 minutes are urged for the 4 longer practice periods for today, and longer, more frequent practice sessions are encouraged. If you want to exceed the minimum requirements, more rather than longer sessions are recommended, although both are suggested. Begin the practice periods as usual by repeating today's idea to yourself. Then, with eyes closed, search out your unloving thoughts in whatever form they appear: uneasiness, depression, anger, fear, worry, attack, insecurity, and so on. Whatever form they take, they are unloving and therefore fearful. And so it is from them that you need to be saved. Specific situations, events, or personalities you associate with unloving thoughts of any kind are suitable subjects for today's exercises. It is imperative for your salvation that you see them differently. It is your blessing on them that will save you and give you vision. Slowly, without conscious selection, and without undue emphasis on any one in particular, search your mind for every thought that stands between you and your salvation. Apply the idea for today to each of them in this way. My unloving thoughts about blank are keeping me in hell. My holiness is my salvation. You may find these practice periods easier if you intersperse them with several short periods during which you merely repeat today's idea to yourself slowly a few times. You may also find it helpful to include a few short intervals in which you just relax and do not seem to be thinking of anything. Sustained concentration is very difficult at first. It will become much easier as your mind becomes more disciplined and less distractible. Meanwhile, you should feel free to introduce variety into the exercise periods in whatever form appeals to you. Do not, however, change the idea itself as you vary the method of applying it. However you elect to use it, the idea should be stated so that its meaning is the fact that your holiness is your salvation. End each practice period by repeating the idea in its original form once more and adding, if guilt is hell, what is its opposite? In the shorter applications, which should be made some 3 or 4 times an hour, and more if possible, you may ask yourself this question. Repeat today's idea, and preferably both. If temptations arise, a particularly helpful form of the idea is, my holiness is my salvation from this. And that's it. Kind of a lot of words, but I think you guys get the gist. So workbook lesson number 39 is my holiness. In other words, my wholeness, my holiness is my salvation. Happy Friday. Hi, Michelle. Great to see all of you here today. Hope you guys are enjoying these lessons. I know I am. This is the first time, I think I mentioned this before, that I'm doing them every single day, one at a time. So I'm super excited about this, and I appreciate that you're all keeping me accountable for showing up this morning and doing the work. And I know I told a lot of you that I used to facilitate a Course in Miracles study group, which I plan on doing again as soon as I get settled here. But I read A Course in Miracles, oh gosh, back in my late 20s when my kids were just babies. I was actually pregnant with my son at the time, and my daughter was about 1.5 years. And it was a lifesaver. And after I read the book, I thought, I got this now. My life is going to be amazing. I'm just going to create from this place of love, and I understand what I need to do. And the further I got away from practicing the lessons, reading the text, all of a sudden my life just kind of went like that. And I thought, what the heck is going on here? I know better than this. I know better than to allow my mind to go into places of fear and to believe that, guilt is hell and all of this stuff that we're unlearning with these workbook lessons. So I took the book out again and I started reading it again. And of course, as soon as I started reading it, my life went right back up again. So that's why I decided to start facilitating a Course in Miracles study group, because it kept me accountable to show up for myself and to show up for others who are also interested in learning about A Course in Miracles. And 25 years later, here I am still doing A Course in Miracles, and I love it. I do. It's a few minutes every morning. Why not invest a few minutes in yourself every morning to create an amazing life? So there's my story, a little bit of it about A Course in Miracles. Of course, there's a lot more stories that some of you know about because I've been facilitating with you for so long. Good morning, Chris. Great to see you. Hi, Bob. Good to see you. Good morning, Colette. Colette was in my study group up in New York. Hi, Perul. Great to see you. Hi, Paul. Good morning, Eileen. Good morning, Pam. Hi, Terry. Great to see all of you this morning. Good morning, Lori. Good to see you here. Hey, good morning, everyone. Good to see you. Good morning, John. Good to see you too. Hey, honey, I see you watching. That's great to see all of you online this morning. Good morning, Michelle. Happy Friday. Hi, Daisy. I haven't seen you in quite a long time. Good morning, Kelly. Hi again, Phil. Good to see you. Hi, Marcella. Good to see you. Good morning, Ted. Great to see you here. Hey, Carl. Wow, look at everybody on Friday morning showing up for Course in Miracles. That's awesome. Good morning, Charles. Good morning, Eileen. I appreciate you. Thank you so much, Colette. And that's it. Workbook lesson 39. I will be back again tomorrow morning for our next lesson. And don't forget to practice today. My holiness is my salvation. Have a great day and happy Friday, everyone. And I'll see you tomorrow morning.